Welcome to Vlogmas 2020. What is Vlogmas, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you. Vlogmas is a tradition among YouTubers to vlog or video blog every day in December until Christmas, December 25th. But it's much more than that for me. Now that I've told you what Vlogmas is and you kind of get the idea of it, let me explain how I started watching Vlogmas in the first place. I think I'm one of the OG people who started watching Vlogmas back in 2011, I believe. I watched Miss Glamorazzi, which is now Ingrid Nielsen, but I remember watching her Vlogmas. I had this channel, but I never actually filmed on it yet. I just watched people's Vlogmases, and she was one of the first persons that I watched. And ever since then, I said if I ever made a channel and filmed my life, I would love to do Vlogmas. Well, I guess 5 years later, that actually happened, and I did my own version of Vlogmas. Every year I still watch people's Vlogmases. It's one of my favorite things to watch in December, and seeing everyone else's lives and what they get up to. This is my 5th year in a row doing Vlogmas. I started in 2016, but fun fact, I actually started December 1st, 2015, the year I started uploading to this channel. Except I didn't stick with it. But the next year I promised that I would try, and I would film my life every day until Christmas, no matter what I did. So I told myself to keep that promise, and guess what? Spoiler alert, I did it! I started with weekly Vlogmas, where I still vlog daily, but I compile them into one video to upload once a week here on my channel. The year 2016 is where it started, and I was really proud of that year. I shared with you a typical Filipino Christmas and how I celebrated with my family. I went to the mall a few times, and just my typical day-to-day life while I was still living in the Philippines. I also got to hold my baby nephew for the first time the day after he was born, and that was so special to document. 2016 had a lot of fun memories, and that's what convinced me to do it again in 2017. Now moving on to Vlogmas 2017. This is the year where I attempted to do the daily Vlogmas, or the traditional way, and yet again I finished that, and I can't believe that I vlogged every day and uploaded almost every day in 2017. That is what made me fall in love with Vlogmas. It was so fun, and 2017 to me was so memorable, and I'm glad that I have it documented. I still can't believe I did that, and I even did it while I was on vacation with my family, which is one of my highlights of 2017. I went to Baguio in the Philippines with a few of my cousins, and it was the best trip ever. We did so many things, and we climbed stairs, we saw monuments. It was just a special trip that I have, and I can look back on now. I got to spend Christmas with my cousins that I hadn't seen in years. It was so fun getting to experience a different kind of tradition with them. It was also my nephew's first birthday, the one that I first held in 2016. We got to celebrate his birthday together, which was so fun, and how cute was he in my vlogs. Christmas Day was something else. It was so much fun, all the laughs we had, and I just look back at it so fondly, and that's why 2017 will go down in Vlogmas history for me as being one of the best years of Vlogmas. I didn't know how to top Vlogmas 2017, so in Vlogmas 2018 I moved to LA, and it was just so much fun to see a different perspective and be in a new place that I wasn't quite used to. I was living on my own for the first time. I was away from family. I didn't have anyone that I knew here in LA. It was a bittersweet Vlogmas. I got to do so many fun things, but then again, I was alone on Christmas. I did make up for it by going to New York City. I've always dreamed of going to New York. It's been on my bucket list for so long, and a few days after Thanksgiving, I booked the ticket, and I went to New York from December 5th to December 14th. New York was a crazy ride for me. I've never experienced anything like it. I just can't put into words how amazing New York was for me. I felt like I was in a movie, and pretty much what happened to me sounds like a movie plot that I would have to share with you one day. I did all the typical New York things, go to the Rockefeller Center and see the Rockefeller tree. I went to the top of the rock. I went to the Fifth Avenue Christmas displays. It was so fun getting to see all that in person. I strolled through Central Park. I went to a Broadway musical and I got to meet my favorite singer, Connor Maynard, in person and got to experience a fan meet and greet with him. I stayed at a fancy hotel in front of Madison Square Garden. I walked to Times Square and saw how big it actually was. There's countless memories from my New York trip, and I'm glad I did it in December because Vlogmas turned out to be so fun. With all that happened, I wasn't as successful with Vlogmas that year. I still uploaded every day and I tried to get videos up, but I didn't have my laptop with me when I went to New York, so Vlogmas wasn't quite daily, but I still managed to put out a video and have that documented here on my channel. Actual Christmas in LA though was so fun. I got to spend it with my roommate and we went down to Beverly Hills to Rodeo Drive to take pictures, to watch a movie. And even though I was alone on Christmas and didn't have my family with me, I still made up for it by doing things with my roommate, and in the end, I still had a good time. Even though it sounds like I was sad during that Christmas, honestly, when I look back at it now, I wasn't. I enjoyed the freedom, the independence that I never had. I still had my family call and talk to me during the holidays, so it wasn't all bad. Those were some of the memories in 2018, which I look back at fondly and can't believe that was now 2 years ago. Now we move on to last year, which was Vlogmas 2019. This is the year where I had no idea if I was going to do Vlogmas. It was a spur-of-the-moment decision and I stuck to it. I think I actually vlogged every single day and uploaded every single day without missing for the first time in the whole 4 years I was doing Vlogmas. That's kind of what convinced me to do this year. 2019 was a whole different story. I had my mom and dad here with me during Christmas. It felt really nostalgic to me. I had the most amazing time, even though some of it wasn't quite exciting and, to be honest, maybe a little boring. It was so much fun though. I got to take a lot of holiday pictures and I fully got to appreciate LA during the holidays, because last year I was in New York and only spent Christmas in LA for a few days. We took pictures at all the Christmas displays I could find around me. We went to the Grove, we went to Westfield Century City, and then we got to go to Rodeo Drive. I got to hug a giant inflatable teddy bear, and I also got to take pictures with Santa. I went out to buy Christmas presents for my parents, for my family in the Philippines, and of course myself. I had so much fun getting to surprise my parents with stuff that they wanted and them actually opening it on camera like we used to do when I was a kid. It was so much fun and I'm so glad that I documented 2019. If you watched my recent video, I lost my mom this year. So Vlogmas is going to be a little different. It's going to be a little sadder, a little lonelier. But in the end, I know I can make new memories and I still have my dad here with me. After losing my mom, I contemplated not doing Vlogmas at all. But it was the 5th year and I've been planning this out since 2019. I just didn't think what would happen would happen. 2020 wasn't the best year for all of us, I know that. The pandemic, election, protests, all that. But you have to have a little joy, and it is the 5th year, so that's what convinced me to do it. You can't let those moments ruin your life. So that is why I decided to do Vlogmas 2020. What's great is I can look back at these moments. December is just such a happy time for me, no matter what. And though sad things have happened, it still makes me want to document my 2020. I know I'll look back at these videos and enjoy, so why not do it? Now for 2020. Well, that hasn't happened yet. Tomorrow is when I am going to start vlogging every day until Christmas. I do have a few pre-filmed videos. This one, my Christmas decorate with me, as well as my December plan with me. But after that, You will see my life daily, whatever I get up to, from the boring parts to the exciting parts. You'll see it all. I do have a rough outline of how I'm going to plan out Vlogmas 2020. This is the most prepared I have been since I started doing these kind of videos. I put a little extra effort this year because I knew it was going to be special. It's been 5 years. That is such a milestone. I had to celebrate it somehow. I'll try to make my holiday season as special as it can be. It won't be as fun as a traditional Christmas in the Philippines in 2016 or a fun adventure going to somewhere new in 2017 with my family, or even 2018 when I went to New York, or 2019 when my mom was still here. So 2020, we'll just see what happens. So what is the purpose of this trailer and me babbling on about the past Vlogmases? I hope this distracts you and brings you joy at this uncertain time during the holidays. Wherever you're watching, whomever you're with, I hope that my videos will help you escape for a few minutes of the day. And I hope it brings as much joy as other creators have done for me. No matter if one person is watching this, no matter if 100,000 people stumble upon this, I still love documenting my Decembers. Thank you for reminiscing with me and showing you what Vlogmas is like for me. If you joined me back in 2016, or if you're new now, hello. I hope you find comfort in my videos and what I'm sharing here on my channel. I do a lot of vlogs. I share fashion tips for curvy girls like me. I do beauty videos once in a while, and I also try and do some lifestyle stuff. I hope one of those piques your interest, and you will be seeing that all throughout my channel in December and also the rest of the year. So grab yourself a beverage of choice. Mine is hot chocolate, and stay tuned for 25 magical days of uploads from me here on my channel. Happy Vlogmas Day!